Yo, what's going on, my print peeps? Thank you for checking back in. For those of you who are new, my name's Dave with Diversity Print, and today's just going to be a real quick, simple video. We're just pressing a heat transfer onto a shirt. This is something my wife wanted, so I just threw it together. And we're using, don't know why it's so hard for this thing to focus, but Jet Pro Soft Stretch, my choice of heat transfer when doing whites and lights. But I'm doing this because I'm going to do a follow-up video hopefully soon using this background. So I don't know if you can tell from this background here, it's got the cherry blossom type tree with the flowers or whatever. The text I put in there, it's my own font that I used, but the actual background image is something I grabbed off of Google. So I did find the original image in vector illustration format, and so I'm gonna buy that one because it's supposed to be a vector illustration, and you're supposed to be able to scale it to whatever size you want, and it won't deteriorate, it won't pixelate. So I'm gonna do a video, and I'm gonna do two different shirts, or maybe I'll just do it on the same shirt. I don't know, we'll see. Probably on the same shirt so we can see a good side by side visual. If you can tell by using just an image from Google that you just downloaded for free versus the one that you buy actually from one of those royalty free stock websites where you pay, so we are heating up our press to 350, I believe. Gonna press it heavy pressure using for 30 seconds. So what do you think? Do you think you'll be able to tell? I think it'll be hard. I think maybe screen printing, you'll be able to tell a little bit of difference. Now, this was a good image that I found online. I mean, it was a good quality. Actually it was a 500 by 2 something pixels, but I used a software. I forgot the name, but I used a software that actually you can actually blow it up. You know, if it's a 96 DPI, you can do it to 300, and you can actually blow it up, and it'll keep the same resolution that it originally was, and it'll enlarge it without making it more pixelated than it was originally, if it even was pixelated. So that's basically all I did. I just made it a lot bigger so that I can do it on this heat transfer. This is an 8.5 inch wide by 4 something inches tall. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think you'll be able to tell the difference? I mean, I don't know if you can see the quality of this image. I don't know if you can see any kind of major pixelation or anything. I'll just have you take a look there just to see. I don't see much. I mean, it looks like an illustrated drawing, right? I mean, it just looks like a vector illustration. But when I go and I purchase the actual image from the royalty-free websites that they have, I'm gonna be able to print it out, and I should be able to see a difference. I don't think there will be much of a difference, mainly because when you're printing on apparel is not it's not a hard object like you're printing on metal or wood or any kind of hard substrate like MDF or anything like that, or FRP, I think it is, fiber reinforced plastic, which is FRP. So something like that, when you're printing on those type of hard substrates, you'll probably be able to tell the difference. You'll probably see those pixelations come out. But with apparel, as long as it's not too degraded, like this one here is pretty good, I don't think you'll be able to tell the difference between this and something that you actually purchase. Like this one actually has one that you can purchase, the original image, in a vector illustration. Okay, So I think this is oh, it's going to 375. All right, so we're going to be putting this on a Bella canvas. I do not remember because my wife was like, you know, just give me this style, this style, this style, this style. And so I don't know. This is almost like a scoop neck, a lady's shirt. It's almost like a scoop neck, but it's not a scoop neck. I do not remember what style this is, but I'll leave it either. I'll put it on the screen or I'll put it in the description. But I don't remember because I bought like 6 or 7 different styles for her to put, you know, for me to put images on them. All right, so just like before, I'm going to use my my DIY pad. It's a medium density foam with just blank newsprint wrapped around it, and it's taped using heat tape. I always put this on the bottom and this on the top here, just so I have a flat surface. This is the one I used last time. You can tell the difference. One is white, one is already getting yellow. The foam will last a good, maybe, I don't know, I've probably gotten 30 plus presses off of this, and it's still nice, and it's nice and firm. It hasn't flattened out, it hasn't disintegrated or anything like that. The only thing you want to change after about 10 or maybe 7 to 10 presses is the paper. Just putting more newsprint on top of it, and you're good to go for another 20 or so presses. And the reason I'm using a pillow on this is because the shirt's so small that the seams go on top of the platen. Here, let me put you down a little bit so you can see. But the seams go on top of the platen, so I want to get a nice firm pressure on here. So I'm going to put this, and always make sure your artwork fits onto that foam. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to put my print on top. Make sure you have it the right way and don't do it upside down. You can actually take it into the light and make sure it reads left to right. And make sure you put it just like that. So I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm pretty good with eyeballing it. If you want to, you can put a Teflon. If you want to, you can put Teflon, especially on whites, just so in case you scorch the shirt. Every shirt's made different. Every brand makes their shirts or gets their shirts manufactured differently. So from my experience, some will scorch and others won't scorch, even from the same brand, using the same temperature, same pressure, same time. You know, so go ahead and take this off. I'm gonna hot peel. Just like that. Turn that off. And just with Jet Pro Soft Stretch, I'm gonna grab the shirt while it's still hot or warm, and I'm gonna stretch it, stretch it, stretch it. And I come back to the top, stretch, stretch, stretch. Okay? And so here is the shirt. don't mind that it looks all don't mind that it looks all, what do you call it, like it looks all wrinkled or whatever. As soon as I wash it, it's gonna look good. So the reason I stretch this Jet Pro Soft Stretch is to break apart the I think they're like, it's a polymer type emulsion that this Jet Pro Soft Stretch is made out of, the material that it's made out of. You can actually use sublimation with Jet Pro Soft Stretch. I've used it a couple of times, and the sublimation actually permanently adheres to the fibers. But just like anything else, that will only last as long as the adhesion of the heat transfer lasts on the shirt. If the particles start tearing off, obviously the sublimation is adhered to the fibers of the heat transfer, and those will come off. But yeah, you can use sublimation with Jet Pro Soft Stretch. So there it is. We're gonna wash this, and all those wrinkles stuff will go away. It's just for me pulling on it, but it'll go right back to normal. So again, I'm going to do a video using a Google image that you just pulled freely from the internet versus that same image that's purchased on a royalty-free website that has the original, even especially if it's a vector illustration where you can enlarge it as much as you can without it distorting, and see, do you think that you can tell the difference? I might do it on two shirts, or maybe I'll just do it on the same shirt and then show you guys and see if you can tell which one came free off the internet at a low 96 DPI resolution and which came from the actual website at 300 or even a vector, and see how you can tell if there's a difference. So that's all I have for you today. You know, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe, comment, ding that little bell. So yeah, we'll talk to you later. And until then, hope you're having a good day printing. Peace.